What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode 6. So, it's a men's week, or female elimination week. The men are in charge, and we know they meet with Tommy at the beginning. And Tommy tells them, listen, this is what I want y'all to focus on this week. I want you to focus on your second choice, right? If whatever happens, and things don't work out with your first choice, I want you to go out with the person that's the second choice for you. So, a couple of things. Ooh, listen, let's go on and get started. So, first of all, we had a lot of dates. I told y'all this before. I'm going to keep saying it. Thank you, Ready to Love. Continue this concept because I like seeing the dates, because I like seeing what's going on, because when you don't see a lot of the dates, stuff just don't always make sense. But anyway, Eric went out on a date with Carmen. Eric, we know that Eric's first connection was with Kia. But we also know that him and Carmen already knew each other, and that they sort of already had this like sexual tension, but never quite crossed the line. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I'm convinced that they ain't never crossed the line, but if that's what y'all say, if that's y'all story, gonna stick to it. So they going out to eat, and it was just sexual chemistry from the beginning. Like, there's just a lot of sex with these people, a lot of sexual talk, a lot of sexual tension. But with Eric and Carmen, it was the same, and they both acknowledged, hey, we know each other, we just need to go ahead and make a decision. We're going to go there. We're going to cross that line. We're going to jump over that bridge. Carmen was throwing a lot of shade at the Kaya. I don't know if that was like really that serious, or if she was just playing up the, that role per se. But I think that Eric really likes Carmen. At the very least, I think Eric has always been curious about Carmen, whether it was relationship wise or just somebody to be, or just sex. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that. Then we have Tina and Demetrius. Now, Demetrius, I don't know about Demetrius, child. I don't know about Demetrius. But Tina said, listen, I didn't know you were interested in me. Like, you never talked to me. We were at the beach house. I never got a conversation. You was all bunned up with Sabrina. So this is kind of coming out of left field for me. And Demetrius was kind of like, yeah, you're right, it is. Because Tommy said I had to do it, so that's what I had to do. I don't think Demetrius has a first choice, much less a second choice. I know him and Sabrina are quote-unquote vibing. But I also know when they were sitting on that damn tour bus, touring the monuments in DC, I know he ain't had nothing to say to her. Now listen, I am a history nerd, and I will do a tour, a museum. I will do all of that stuff, and I will do it with the greatest of ease. But let's be clear. If there's somebody that's on that bus that I am interested in, that I have some likeness for, the hell with the Thomas Jefferson and all that other stuff they was looking at. The hell with all of that. I'm going to be sitting here having some sort of a conversation with you, at least engaging you in it. So, yeah, Demetrius, I said this before and I said it again. I think he likes some of these women. I don't think there's no spark or a connection. But that's just me. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. Then Donovan said, listen, I'm behind the 8 ball, okay? I am late to the party. I just got here. I need to make up for lost time. Tommy said I gotta go out with my second choice. Hell, I ain't found a first choice yet. So Donovan ended up going on a date with Sabrina, Carmen, and Kaya. Now, him and Sabrina, I feel like they vibed a little bit. Carmen, I think Carmen intimidates these men. Again, the sexual tension, a lot of innuendo. The Kaya, I think it was cool. But I think out of the three, Sabrina is the one that I think he said that he was really kind of vibing with, feeling like, he had a connection with. I feel like that's cool. I think so. Then we had Clifton and Dakaya. Now, Clifton said that his thing with Dakaya is that, she just seemed 9 to 5. Like, she didn't seem like she was up for any type of, adventure, just very straight laced. But they went on this date, and baby Miss Dakaya gave him another side. She let him know, listen, I am down for adventure. I am here for all of that. I like, a skydive. I want to go skydiving. I want to do these things. And, he fed her oyster. She let him know that she got a good gag reflex. Y'all in this sex. Clifton, listen, I think Clifton just sex. But it was funny because Zakaya made a joke that is again, I hate to keep saying this, y'all, it's a DC thing. She said she gonna get a t-shirt made that says, for him, that says Big Daddy, and she gonna get a t-shirt for her made saying, I'm your little mama. He was like, oh, for real, where we gonna wear them t-shirts? She was like, Kings Dominion. Now, Kings Dominion is the area amusement park, and that used to be the thing. When you would go there, when you were kids in high school, whatever, you would go dressed like your boyfriend or dressed like you and best friends. Me and my best friend used to dress alike sometime, but it wasn't nothing to go down to Kings Dominion back in the day and you be dressed like with your boo. Now we do have a Six Flags that's a lot closer than Kings Dominion, but that Six Flags just got there, okay? When we was kids, it was Kings Dominion down to the Richmond, all right? But anyway, it was cute that she threw that in there because I was like, yeah, I remember them days. But I think Clifton, kind of got a side eye with Mr. Kaya, like, okay, I gotta give this a second chance because she's showing me something different, right? Paul and Joy, there's absolutely positively nothing there. There's no spark. There is no nothing. Joy, listen, Joy is looking at him like he Papa. That's what I call him. I call him Papa. That's Papa. And that's how Joy is talking and acting like he is Papa. And I think he thought maybe there might have been a spark, but he quickly realized, yeah, it ain't nothing here. I'm just Papa. I'm just Papa. Laverne and Ace. Laverne, you did not understand the assignment. The assignment was to go out with your second choice. Now, you have been telling everybody. Last week, you told them you was ready to put a ring on Ace's damn finger. Now, all of a sudden, Ace is your second choice? And then you had the nerve to be like, Joy was your first choice, and Joy is who I got a connection with. When? When did Joy become the person you had a connection with? Because last week you was ready to marry Ace. The week before that you was ready to marry Ace. When did Joy become your first choice and Ace become your second choice? And does Joy know? Because Joy ain't interested in nobody but Clifton. Does Joy know that she your first choice? Laverne, you playing games. Ain't nobody got time for you in these games that you are playing. You just wanted to take Ace out on a date because you were absolutely not interested in nobody else. Let's just be clear. Let's just be clear. You're not. You're not. But okay, whatever. And they had a cute date. But I wrote in my notes, delusional. Anyway, Precious and Tori went out on a date. Now, Tori, listen. I was really liking you, bro, and I actually was feeling a little sorry for you last week. But after this date with Precious, what was that about? Like, I feel like y'all really are looking at Precious like she the party girl, like she the one to get, that you could just get a little woo woo from. Because that whole date was a setup to get her in bed. Let's be clear. You started the date with shots. You kept egging her on to take shots, and everything out your mouth was about sex and how you gonna rearrange her internal organs and your kidney poker, and if a man don't make you have to go to the bathroom, then he ain't doing. What is all that about? When you claim you were trying to get to know her, you claim this was the date you were going on to try to get to know her. So when it was all over said and done, you kissed her, which really wasn't that deep, wasn't that serious, and then at the end you said, yeah, Sabrina's really is the one I'm here for. And on Precious' side, to Precious' credit, she was like, listen, y'all keep thinking that I'm just this big party girl and I'm just going to sleep with any of y'all. Tori, you done turned me off and I'm really not feeling you like that. And the kiss was whack. And I said, exactly, Precious, I'm here for that. That was a whole mess. So then we get to the men's lounge, and we doing what we do at the men's lounge. So Tommy started with Eric, and Eric talked about his connection, his date with Carmen and how well the date went, and that he definitely has a connection with Carmen. And Um, it sort of switched things for him. It sort of switched it up for him. You know, um, Clifton said that his date with Takaya sort of, gave him pause, right? Gave him a little bit like, ooh, okay, wait a minute. Maybe it's something here. Maybe I can open up my mind to something different here, whatever. Um, but for the most part, the men, just reiterated what I done already said on the dates. Like I said, I feel like Donovan was sort of leaning towards Sabrina out of the 3 dates he went on. Um, that's what it seemed like to me. Um, Laverne, they talking about their tops and their bottoms, and then Laverne goes to say something to the effect of, "I just want to give y'all some advice," because he talked about Ace and how he locked in or whatever. "I just want to give y'all some advice. I mean, don't be ashamed to say the people's names or who you like. I mean, don't be intimidated. Don't be afraid." And the guys were like, and this is how I feel. Just like last year when we had that whole like caddy moment in the ladies' lounge between oh, what's my girl's name? I don't remember none of the names. Shit, y'all know what I'm talking about. When they had that whole caddy moment with Zadia and damn. Why Zadia the only name I remember? But y'all know what I'm talking about. Tasia. Zadia, Tasia, and the one that ended up with Dante. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Just like we knew it was deeper than that moment and it was more that had been building up and had been going on, which we found out later. I feel like this moment was that moment. I feel like Laverne is getting on the guys' nerves. There have been other situations that maybe we haven't been privy to, that we haven't seen, because I felt like their response was a little harsh for what Laverne said. I don't feel like it was that deep what Laverne said, right? Laverne said, "Listen, don't be afraid to say who your choice is. Don't be intimidated. Don't be worried about what other people have to say." And a couple of the guys kind of snapped back. Like Eric, kind of snapped back. Demetrius kind of snapped back. Even Donovan was like, "Yo, like, you're not going to intimidate me. Like, I'm going to like who I like. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to say what I want to say." And I'm not quite understanding where it's coming from. So it got a little catty, for lack of a better word, and I just didn't know where it came from. Like what Laverne said, it came off arrogant, yes, but I just feel like it's more there. I feel like some stuff happened that we didn't see and we just not privy to. But okay, so the top names that kept coming up was Sabrina and Carmen were the two. Takaya, I don't know if Takaya was still in people's tops, but her name was circulating enough that she good. The two names that were in the bottom were Precious and Joy. Now, Precious, again, she just doesn't have a real connection. Nobody really has a real connection with her. Joy's issue is the guys feel like she's made up her mind and she's kind of not going through the process anymore. And she said something like that to the effect of, with Paul, she said, "I understand it's a process and I'm open to the process, but I'm actually starting to get tired of it. Like, I know where I want to go. I know what I want. I know who I want. And I'm sort of getting tired of having to go through this rigmarole." And so, just like I said last season with Cornelius and Camille, like, if you're locked and loaded and it's you and you're no longer gonna participate in the process, then maybe it's time to exit stage left. I know everybody don't agree with me on that philosophy, but that's how I feel. Now, we get to Demetrius went to talk to Joy, and Clifton went to talk to Precious, and both of them were a little weird. Both of them were kind of leery because both of them were like, Joy was like, "Me and Demetrius don't have nothing. Like, we ain't clicked, we ain't talked, we ain't nothing." While all of a sudden now is he asking me out on a date? I feel like it's something going on here. I feel like it's something I need to know. Girl, it is something you need to know, okay? Precious said the same thing about Clifton. She was like, "Listen, me and Clifton ain't never had no connection. We never went out on a date, so I'm a little concerned and nervous about where this is coming from or where this is going." So, all of that, Sorry. So all of that builds up to Joy actually flipping the script on Demetrius, because he's supposed to be telling her she ain't ready to love, and they don't know if she looking for love, and she done flipped it on him and was like, do you like anybody here? Like, are you really finding any sort of a connection with any of the ladies here? You know, and I was like, damn, come on, Joy, flipping it on him, okay? But ultimately, Joy, they're gonna let her stick around a little while, and Precious is gone. And I figured that was what it was, because I feel like that's the second or third time Precious has been in the bottom, and we know she's been on dates, and it's just no click. There's just nothing clicking there. But that wasn't even the most interesting part of this episode. What happened was the episode didn't end there. Next thing you know, we start seeing the ladies coming into the ladies' lounge, and I was like, wait a minute. Are we getting like a bonus footage? Are we getting back-to-back episodes? Like, what's going on here? Well, the ladies come together, and Tommy says, hey, ladies, how you doing? How you feeling? And Takaya is like, I don't feel good at all. And Tommy was like, And Zakaya said, listen, something went down between me and Eric, and I don't care to be around him. I definitely don't want to date him anymore. I don't want to see him anymore, and I don't even care to be around him. And I'm honestly, questioning whether I want to continue in this process. And that's sort of where it ended. And then we see the scene for next week where we see Tommy have a one-on-one with Eric, and he says something about, I don't really want to hurt people's feelings, and I'm here, and I realize that I hurt her feelings. I don't think that's hurt. Like, the Kaya don't sound like it's no hurt feelings. Now, I'm going to reserve judgment till I hear the whole story, because, we went through this last year with Phil and the other young lady whose name I forgot now. But we know we went through this last season, so I'm going to reserve judgment until we hear the story, and then I'll tell you what I think and what my opinion on it is. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.